Friends tell me that Jan had been staying in a nearby hotel the last couple of days, that he called them for help on Saturday night, asking them to call the police. They say that the person that they grew up with is not the man that's described in these court documents.
He is like unrecognizable from when I last saw him like a month and a half ago.
He says he's been friends with Steve Jan since childhood. And when he last saw him, Jan was living with him and his family. The man does not want to be identified and says Jan was down on his luck. A skilled contractor, he wasn't holding jobs.
I'm shocked because Steve shooting a woman like that, a stranger, is like, it seems impossible.
He says he and other friends tried to help Jan last year. Now they're comparing notes and putting together the pieces of a troubled man.
I was like, dude, you have some serious issues that, like, you're never going to be successful with people or in a job if you don't get this taken care of.
It was another out-of-state friend Jan reached out to on Saturday night who tells me he called police asking they check on him. We now know police did track Jan down, learned he had weapons, and an officer brought him to Paoli Hospital. But Jan refused to go in. 2 hours later, police say he shot and killed a woman.
They can't just drag somebody through a hospital door until they meet the standards of the Mental Health Procedures Act. Clear and present danger, himself or others. Paranoia isn't enough. Being armed in this society is not enough.
Dennis McAndrews is a former prosecutor and was behind the prosecution of John DuPont and secured a conviction of third-degree murder in spite of the defense of insanity. He says there are limits of what the law and police could have done in this case, but he also says when it comes to a criminal case against Jan, lawyers can present an insanity defense, and a jury is going to have to be convinced the suspect had no idea what was being done was wrong.
I think that jurors, having tried these cases, I think they have a lack of complete confidence that the system will care for this person and not release the person. And in fact, the legal standards are after a year, once the person is determined not to be a danger to himself or others, he has to be released if the verdict is not guilty by reason of insanity.
Now, at this point, Jan remains in the Chester County Prison. As of right now, online court records do not list an attorney that has been retained to represent him. Reporting live in Tredyffrin Township, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.